Have you ever noticed something strange? The world is becoming faster, louder, busier, but people are becoming more confused, more anxious, and more overwhelmed. We have more tools than ever that are supposed to make life easier, yet life feels more complicated than before. But here is the interesting part. A simple life is not given to you. A simple life is designed by you. Today, you and I will explore a journey that will help you clean your mind, organize your days, focus your energy, and learn English at the same time. This is not just a motivational script. This is not just a graded reader. This is a blueprint for changing the way you live. So, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and get ready. Because after today, your life might not stay the same again. Part 1. What is a simple life really? A simple life is often misunderstood. Many people hear the word simple and imagine a poor life, a boring life, or a life without excitement. But that belief is not true. A simple life is not an empty life. It is a focused life. It is a life where your mind is calm, your days are organized, and your heart knows exactly what it wants. A simple life is not about removing joy. It is about removing noise, confusion, and unnecessary pressure. It is the kind of life where you wake up with peace instead of panic. Most people think simplicity means owning fewer things or living with less. But real simplicity is much deeper. Real simplicity is about choosing what matters and letting go of what doesn't. It is the art of saying no to distractions so you can say a strong yes to your purpose. This kind of simplicity does not reduce your life, it expands it. It gives you room to breathe, think, grow, and become stronger. When you live simply, you gain more than you lose. A simple life gives you more time to focus on what is important, more control over your choices, more energy for the things that inspire you, more freedom from unnecessary obligations, and more mental clarity to see your direction clearly. In a world that constantly tries to complicate everything, simplicity becomes a quiet superpower. Because here is the truth: when your mind is clean, you make better decisions. When your environment supports your goals, you move faster. When your days are structured, you experience fewer regrets. A simple life unlocks your potential. It helps you think clearly, work effectively, and rest deeply. But simplicity doesn't appear on its own. It doesn't fall from the sky or arrive suddenly. Simplicity is something you build slowly, intentionally, and consistently. It grows with every choice you make and every distraction you remove. And that is exactly what this script will guide you through: how to build a simple life piece by piece until it becomes your most powerful advantage. Part 2. The problem why our lives feel so complicated. If you feel overwhelmed, stressed, or mentally tired, it does not mean you are weak. It does not mean you are lazy or incapable. The truth is much simpler and far more universal. You are living in a world that is designed to overwhelm you. Modern life is built in a way that constantly pulls your attention, divides your focus, and fills your mind with endless noise. Think about your daily environment for a moment. You are surrounded by notifications that demand instant attention, advertisements trying to shape your desires, endless choices that drain your energy, comparison that steals your confidence, and social pressure that tells you who you must be. You face unclear priorities, too many goals at once, and too little focus to manage them all. This constant pressure is not natural for the human mind. Your mind was not built to handle nonstop stimulation. Your brain was never designed to make 100 decisions every hour. And you were definitely not meant to chase 5 different dreams at the same time. When too much information enters your mind, your thoughts become heavy. When too many choices appear, your ability to decide weakens. When the world moves faster than your brain can process, you feel lost and exhausted. Complication is not part of human nature. Complication is a modern invention. We created a world of speed, noise, and pressure. But our minds still crave what they have always needed: peace, clarity, and direction. Deep inside, your mind wants something simple. Your mind wants order instead of chaos. Your mind wants direction instead of confusion. Your mind wants focus instead of distractions. Your mind wants simplicity, not because simplicity is easy, but because simplicity is natural. And here is the first truth you must accept if you want to change your life. You cannot control the outside world, but you can control your inner world. You cannot make life quieter, but you can train your mind to stay calm. You cannot stop problems from appearing, but you can simplify your response to them. You cannot remove chaos completely, but you can create clarity inside the chaos. This is the true power of simplicity, the power to stay centered in a world that tries to pull you in every direction. Part 3. The simple life begins with the mind. Before you try to simplify your surroundings, you must first simplify the place where everything begins: your mind, your environment, your habits, your routines. Your results, all of them grow from the soil of your thoughts. If your mind is messy, your life becomes messy. If your mind is calm, your days become clear. That is why the journey to a simple life always starts inside. Long before you clean your room or organize your desk, a simple life is only possible when you create a simple mind. So, what does a simple mind look like? A simple mind has clear priorities. It knows exactly what deserves attention and what does not. It has limited goals. It chooses a few important things to focus on instead of chasing 100 different directions. A simple mind responds to situations with calmness rather than reacting with fear or emotion. It carries minimal worry because it understands that stressing over the uncontrollable is wasted life. And above all, a simple mind is purpose driven. Everything you do has intention, every action has meaning. But the question is, how do you build such a mind? You do it through 3 powerful techniques. Technique 1: single, focused thinking complication begins when you try to think about too many things at once. The mind becomes overloaded and clarity disappears. Train yourself to focus on one task, one idea, one priority, one day at a time. Whenever you start to feel overwhelmed, repeat this simple sentence: only one thing matters right now. This one sentence has the power to protect your mental health. Technique 2: daily reset. Every day, take just 5 minutes for reflection. Ask yourself 3 questions. What should I continue? What should I stop? What should I simplify? This tiny habit keeps your thoughts organized and your direction clear. Technique 3: declutter your thoughts. Your mind is like a room. If the floor is covered with scattered thoughts, worries, and emotions, you cannot move freely. Write down your thoughts, journal your feelings, let your mind breathe through words. A decluttered mind is a powerful mind, calm, focused, and ready to build a simple life. Part 3: the simple life begins with the mind. Before you clean your room, you must clean your mind. Before you organize your desk, you must organize your thoughts. Before you simplify your day, you must simplify the habits that live inside your mind. Every action, every choice, every feeling you experience is shaped by the quality of your thoughts. This is why a simple life always begins with a simple mind. A simple mind is not an empty mind. It is a mind that knows what truly matters. It is a mind that can separate noise from purpose, pressure from priority, and distraction from direction. When your inner world is calm, your outer world becomes easier to manage. But when your inner world is chaotic, even small tasks feel heavy and difficult. So, what does a simple mind look like? A simple mind has clear priorities. It understands what is important and refuses to waste time on the unnecessary. It has limited goals not because it is weak, but because it is wise enough to focus on a few things deeply instead of doing many things badly. A simple mind reacts with calmness. Instead of overreacting, it pauses, breathes, and responds with clarity. It carries minimal worry because it refuses to stress over things outside of its control. And finally, a simple mind uses purpose driven thinking. Every action, every step, every decision comes from intention, not impulse. But the real question is, how do you create a simple mind in a complicated world? You begin by slowing down your thinking. You begin by teaching your mind that not everything deserves attention. You begin by choosing clarity over chaos. A simple mind is built through consistent practice, the practice of focusing on one thing at a time, the practice of reflecting every day, the practice of releasing unnecessary thoughts. You create a simple mind by training it, shaping it, guiding it, the same way you strengthen a muscle. With every small step, your mind becomes clearer. With every small decision, your thoughts become lighter. And with every small moment of awareness, you move one step closer to a simple, powerful, intentional life. By practicing three powerful techniques. Technique 1, single, focused thinking. Your mind becomes complicated the moment it tries to hold too many thoughts at the same time. When your brain jumps from one worry to another, from one task to another, clarity disappears and confusion grows. The solution is simple. Practice thinking about just one thing at a time. Focus on one task, one idea, one priority, one day. When you feel the pressure rising, pause and repeat this sentence to yourself. Only one thing matters right now. This short line has the power to bring you back into the present, reduce panic, and protect your mental health. Single focus thinking is not just a technique, it is a lifeline. Technique 2, daily reset. Your mind collects noise throughout the day the same way a room collects dust. If you never clean it, the mess becomes overwhelming. That is why you need a daily reset, a simple 5-minute check in with yourself. Ask 3 questions. What should I continue? What should I stop? What should I simplify? These questions create clarity. They remove wasteful habits. They highlight what truly matters. This tiny reflection helps your mind stay organized, sharp, and steady. Technique 3, declutter your thoughts. Your brain is like a room, and your thoughts are like objects scattered across the floor. When there are too many, you cannot move freely. This is why you must empty your mind regularly. Write down your thoughts, journal your emotions, put your worries on paper so they stop living inside your head. The act of writing is like cleaning. The more you do it, the lighter you feel. A decluttered mind is a powerful mind, ready to create a simple and meaningful life. Part 4, simplify your environment. Your environment shapes your behavior more than motivation ever can. The spaces you inhabit, the people you spend time with, and even the apps on your phone influence your thoughts, your energy, and the way you act. If your room is messy, your mind becomes messy. If your desk is cluttered, your ideas lose clarity. If your phone is full of notifications, your attention becomes fragmented. A simple life requires a simple space, a space that supports focus, calm, and purpose. The first area to simplify is your physical space, your room, your desk, and the places you spend the most time should make you feel calm, not stressed. Remove items you don't need and organize the things that matter. Create a space that encourages focus and creativity instead of distraction. A tidy environment allows your mind to breathe and your ideas to flow freely. The second area is your digital space. Your phone can be both your greatest tool and your biggest enemy. Delete apps you never use. Turn off notifications that constantly pull your attention away. Unsubscribe from unnecessary emails and clear digital clutter. Remember this: every notification is a thief of your attention, stealing precious moments you could use for growth, focus, or rest. The third area is your social space. Some people bring clarity, inspiration, and energy, while others bring chaos, drama, and negativity. Protect your peace by limiting interactions that drain you: gossip, toxic relationships, constant negativity, or drama filled conversations. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, challenge you to grow, and encourage your focus. When you simplify your environment physically, digitally, and socially, you create a foundation for a simpler, stronger, and more intentional life. Your surroundings can either distract you or support you. So choose spaces and relationships that empower your mind and fuel your purpose. A simple environment is the first step toward a simple life. Part 5. Simplify your goals. Most people fail not because they lack talent or determination, but because their goals are either too big or too many. A single massive goal can feel impossible, paralyzing you with fear before you even start. Too many goals at the same time scatter your energy, leaving you exhausted, frustrated, and eventually giving up. Complication in life often begins with complication in your goals. A simple life, however, requires simple, focused goals. Goals that are achievable, measurable, and aligned with what truly matters. One of the most effective ways to simplify your goals is by following the rule of three. This principle is simple. At any given time, focus on only three major goals. Not 10, not 5, just three. Choose one goal that improves your health, one goal that advances your career or develops a skill, and one goal that fosters personal growth. These three goals cover the essential pillars of a balanced, purposeful life. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. When you focus your energy on just a few things, you create momentum. Your attention is not diluted. Your actions are more deliberate, and your progress accelerates. When you reduce your goals, you paradoxically increase your results. You gain clarity, confidence, and consistency. Every day, every small action you take builds toward meaningful achievement instead of spreading yourself thin across dozens of distractions. Simplicity in goal setting is not laziness or settling for less. It is wisdom, the ability to see clearly what matters most and to devote your time and energy where it counts. By focusing on a few essential goals, you set yourself up for faster progress, deeper satisfaction, and a life that feels purposeful rather than chaotic. The fewer your goals, the stronger your results, and the closer you come to a truly simple and fulfilling life. Part 6. Simplify your time. Your time is life itself. Every minute you spend is a minute of your existence. And once it passes, it can never return. Wasting time is more than just a lost opportunity, it is lost life. In a world full of distractions, complexity, and endless demands, mastering your time is one of the most powerful ways to simplify your life. A simple life follows simple, clear rules for managing time, rules that protect your focus, energy, and purpose. Rule 1: plan your day the night before clarity begins, before you even wake up. The night before, take a few minutes to plan your day. Write down 3 lists: what you must do, what you should do, and what you want to do. This simple act gives your mind direction and intention before the day begins. It reduces indecision and mental chaos, allowing you to step into the morning with focus, purpose, and energy. Rule 2: use time blocks. Divide your day into dedicated blocks of time for different priorities. Create a focus block for deep work, a learning block for personal growth, a rest block to recharge your body and mind, and a work block to complete essential tasks. By organizing your day this way, you create a balanced rhythm that supports productivity without burning you out. Time blocking allows your mind to fully engage in one activity at a time rather than being pulled in multiple directions. Rule 3: remove time vampires. Time vampires are hidden enemies that silently steal your hours and energy. Endless scrolling on social media, random YouTube videos, meaningless conversations, constant worrying, and overthinking all quietly consume your precious time. To simplify your life, you must protect your time with discipline, the discipline of a warrior guarding what matters most. Identify your time vampires, eliminate or limit them, and reclaim hours that you can invest in meaningful growth. When you plan your days intentionally, divide your time wisely, and remove distractions, you regain control over your most valuable resource. A simple life is not just about what you do, but how you manage your time. With focused hours, a clear mind, and purposeful routines, life becomes less chaotic, more productive, and deeply satisfying. Master your time, and you master your life. Part 7: simplify your emotions. A truly simple life is impossible without emotional control. Even if your environment is perfect, your goals are clear, and your time is organized, a turbulent mind can destroy your peace. Most of the stress we experience does not come from external circumstances, it comes from emotional complication. Fear, anger, jealousy, guilt, social pressure, and comparison quietly invade our thoughts, cloud our judgment, and drain our energy. These emotions are natural, but when left unmanaged, they create chaos inside, even when the outside world is calm. The path to emotional simplicity is not about suppressing feelings or pretending they do not exist. Emotional peace comes from practicing 5 essential principles: acceptance, gratitude, patience, understanding, and letting go. Acceptance allows you to see life as it is without constant resistance. Gratitude shifts your focus from what is lacking to what is already present and abundant. Patience teaches you that everything unfolds in its own time, and rushing only increases stress. Understanding helps you recognize the roots of your emotions instead of being controlled by them. Letting go releases the burdens of past regrets, resentments, and unnecessary worries. Here is a truth that many never truly grasp. You do not need to fix every emotion. You do not need to force happiness or eliminate sadness, fear, or anger completely. You simply need to understand your emotions, observe them without judgment, learn from them, and respond consciously rather than reacting unconsciously. When you stop fighting every feeling and trying to control what cannot be controlled, a profound calm arises. Simplifying your emotions is like clearing a foggy window. Suddenly, the world looks clearer, decisions become easier, and your mind feels lighter. Life is no longer a battle against yourself. It becomes a flow that you can navigate with awareness and intention. A calm emotional state strengthens every other area of life: your focus, your relationships, your productivity, and your overall happiness. When you master your emotions, you free yourself from the chaos that distracts, exhausts, and overwhelms. And in that freedom, life becomes simple, peaceful, and deeply fulfilling. Part 8: Build simple habits. You don't rise to the level of motivation, you rise to the level of your habits. Motivation is fleeting, it comes and goes like a wave. Habits, however, are steady, reliable, and powerful. The habits you build today shape the life you live tomorrow. They form the foundation of a simple, focused, and purposeful life. By creating a few powerful habits, you can simplify your life, reduce mental clutter, and unlock more energy, clarity, and peace. Here are 5 essential habits to help you build a simple life. 1. Morning clarity habit. Start your day with intention. Spend just 5 minutes each morning focusing on what truly matters. Decide your top priorities, visualize how you want your day to unfold, and set your mind on a clear path. This small habit aligns your thoughts and actions, allowing you to move through the day with purpose and focus. 2. Evening cleanup habit. Before you sleep, take 5 minutes to organize your space and clear the environment around you. A tidy room creates a calm mind and prepares you for a restful night. This habit may seem small, but it prevents clutter from building up and signals to your brain that the day is complete, creating mental peace and readiness for tomorrow. 3. Learning habit. Feed your mind daily. Read or listen to something inspiring, educational, or motivational, even for just 10 minutes. Continuous learning expands your perspective, sharpens your thinking, and strengthens your ability to make better choices. This habit keeps your mind engaged while reinforcing simplicity and focus. 4. Movement habit. Your mind and body are deeply connected. Walk, stretch, or exercise every day. Physical activity reduces stress, clears mental clutter, and energizes you. A moving body creates a calm and active mind, making it easier to maintain clarity and focus throughout your day. 5. Gratitude habit. Before bed, write down one thing you are grateful for. Gratitude is a form of mental medicine. It shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, reduces stress, and increases contentment. Over time, this habit rewires your mind to appreciate life's simple joys. By practicing these habits consistently, you build a life that is simple, intentional, and powerful. Small, consistent actions compound into a life of clarity, focus, and fulfillment. Part 9: Simple Life, Strong Life. Many people assume that a simple life is a weak life. They believe that those who live quietly, avoid unnecessary complexity, and focus on a few essential things are somehow less ambitious or less capable. But the truth is the exact opposite. A simple person is powerful. Simplicity is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength, clarity, and mastery over life. Why is simplicity so powerful? Because a simple person is free from distractions. They are not pulled in multiple directions by endless obligations, meaningless drama, or constant comparison. They are not confused by too many choices or overwhelmed by chaos. They are not stuck in indecision or lost in unnecessary worry. Their mind is clear, their priorities are aligned, and their energy is focused. This clarity allows them to act decisively and live intentionally. A simple life builds qualities that the world respects and admires. It makes you faster in decision making because you know what matters most. It makes you more confident because you are aligned with your purpose. It makes you more focused because your attention is not divided. It makes you more productive because you channel your energy into meaningful work. It makes you more peaceful because you are no longer fighting internal noise and unnecessary distractions. And it makes you more purposeful because every action, every choice, and every moment is guided by intention rather than impulse. Simplicity gives you clarity, and clarity gives you strength. The world respects people who know what they want and are willing to remove everything that does not serve their goals. Simplicity is not about doing less because you are lazy. It is about doing more in the right areas because you are smart, disciplined, and intentional. When your life is simple, your actions carry weight, your words carry meaning, your presence commands respect. Living simply is a form of power, quiet, deliberate, and profound. It allows you to move through life with confidence, focus, and strength, free from distraction, confusion, and chaos. A simple life is not weak. It is the strongest life you can live. By embracing simplicity, you unlock a life that is fast, confident, productive, peaceful, and deeply purposeful. Part 10. Your transformation begins now. At this very moment, you stand at a crossroads. Life is waiting for you to make a choice that will determine the quality, clarity, and meaning of your days. One path leads to chaos, a life filled with distraction, stress, confusion, and endless noise. It is a path where your energy is scattered, your mind is cluttered, and your goals remain distant dreams. It is the road most people take unconsciously, swept along by the demands and expectations of the world. The other path leads to simplicity, a life of peace, focus, and achievement. It is a life where your mind is clear, your priorities are aligned, and your actions carry weight. It is a life where you are no longer controlled by distractions, overthinking, or the pressure to do everything at once. Instead, you live intentionally, with purpose and clarity guiding each decision. This path is not the easy path. It is not the popular path, but it is the path that leads to strength, freedom, and fulfillment. Choosing simplicity requires courage. It requires the willingness to let go of what no longer serves you, even when it is comfortable or familiar. It requires discipline, the daily practice of saying no to distractions and yes to what matters most. It requires honesty, the kind of honesty that forces you to confront your true priorities and the habits, relationships, and thoughts that drain your energy. To walk this path, ask yourself the questions that truly matter. What is essential in my life? What am I ready to remove? What will I protect with my time, energy, and attention? These questions are not always easy, but they are the gateway to transformation. Your life can become simple. Your life can become powerful. Your life can become meaningful. But none of this will happen by chance. The first step is yours to take right here, right now. Choose clarity over chaos. Choose focus over distraction. Choose simplicity over complication. The journey begins the moment you decide. From this instant forward, your life can change. The choice is in your hands. Take it and step into the life you are meant to live. Final message: the new you. If you simplify your mind, you simplify your life. When your thoughts are clear and focused, the chaos of the world no longer controls you. Every decision becomes easier, every action more deliberate, and every moment more meaningful. If you simplify your environment, you simplify your days. A tidy, intentional space allows your mind to breathe, your focus to sharpen, and your energy to flow freely. If you simplify your goals, you simplify your direction. By narrowing your focus to a few essential aims, you align your energy, accelerate your progress, and remove distractions that drain your time and attention. If you simplify your habits, you simplify your future. Daily routines, small consistent actions, and mindful practices compound over time, building a life that is strong, purposeful, and deeply satisfying. Simplicity is not the end of growth. It is not settling for less. In fact, simplicity is the beginning of true mastery. When you remove the unnecessary, you make room for what truly matters. You gain clarity, confidence, and control. You create space to think, act, and live intentionally. Growth becomes focused, progress becomes visible, and life becomes a series of meaningful steps toward your purpose. From today forward, choose clarity, choose focus, choose peace, choose purpose, choose the simple life, a life free from distraction, heavy thoughts, and unnecessary noise. A life where every choice, every habit, and every action carries meaning. This is your opportunity to unlock the strongest version of yourself, the version that moves through life with confidence, calm, and energy. The version that achieves more by doing less and experiences more by focusing on what truly matters. A simple life is a powerful life. Step into it, embrace it, and let this journey of simplicity transform you into the person you are always meant to become.